I think Kashmod's one of the more seasoned, but I haven't really caught much of his runs lately. So I'll be interested. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. So looking forward to it either way.
Yep. Yeah, I do know Charlezard is a newer runner. He's about, I think, he said a month old according to his last race. Kashmod is a bit more seasoned, so I mean, by PBs, you'd think Kashmod would have the advantage, but I've seen these races go so many different ways, so you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Lots of areas in the game where different bad things can happen. From Fantoon Flame Lane or Sunrise Surprise to chain damage on Dragon to any other weird surprises that can pop up just because of just one bad input. So we got both runners. Looks like they're clearing out a series. Looks like Ridley stealing the Metroid, as expected, and start up the escape sequence from series.
Yep, both runners are going to be trying to get out as fast as they can. Little RNG here with the steam clouds and the tiles falling. Might cost him some fraction of a second or so.
Ooh, and Kashmod getting a steamless, whatever that room is. I can't remember. It's like third to last, or yeah, third to last.
Yeah, really both took one steam puff, and both get through the last hallway there pretty easily.
Not too bad times, 44 and a 43 for Kashmod and Charlezard, respectively.
So now we're coming up to Planet Zebus. Both runners are going to be heading out for their morph balls. Like I said earlier, they should both be running old routes. That's what their PBs are based on. We'll probably see that once they hit Brinstar, though.
Mm-hmm. All right. And as we get away from the space sounds, both players' gunships landing on Zebus or Zebes, whichever way you prefer. Deer Force is the only one who knows the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, I've heard it both ways, so...
Yeah. All right, and both runners going down the parlor now, which can be a little bit of a tricky going down. Lots of little areas get stuck on, and there's some pretty good inputs that are required to fall straight through for the most part. And it looks like Charles are going for the Moonfall strat. Something that's actually one of the more recent strats or techniques found in the game that doesn't cap your fall speed. So you just fall through everything, and lots of interesting things happen with the loading of assets and tile positions afterwards.
Yeah, so that saved Charlezard a couple seconds on that fall. Both runners grabbing their morph ball, going to go grab their first missile pack right afterwards.
And both succeeding and getting eyed by the Eye of Mother Brain, it seems.
Both grabbing those missiles. See if they go for a mock ball coming out of here.
And here we go. First mock ball of the game by Kashmod. Got it. And Charlezard got it as well. Excellent. Now, coming up in this next part becomes the real more technical part of the early game. The whole Old Torian and climb section. There are two ways after clearing out the Space Pirate room of Old Torian that they can choose. And we will get to that in a second.
Kashmod through the Space Pirates. Well, Charlezard right behind him.
All right, and let's see what Cash is going for. Looks like Cash is going for the traditional wall climb. And Charles are doing the same. These are pretty tight wall jumps, and the slight input wrong or hitting down, balling into it can cause issues. And it looks like both players get through it effortlessly. Good job to both.
Charlezard having a little trouble getting out the hall, but he's through it. Kashmod first to grab the bombs. And here we got the bomb Chorizo fight.
Ooh, Cash not getting that first hit, taking some damage. That'll be an issue with getting missile drops. Only getting 2 missiles from that. Ideally, you want to be at full health when confronting Bomb Chorizo to ensure that when he shoots those eggs, you get full missile drops. But looks like he finishes nonetheless and in good shape. And actually going back for those drops, not a bad idea. And Charlezard finishing up right behind, getting full right off the bat. Should help him save up some time there. And kashmod through Alcatraz with Charlezard right on his tail. There we go. And
Very clean Alcatraz with both of them.
Both through, excellent. And now it's the Terminator room as its run is about to get pumped up. Sorry, bad Arnold joke.
So both of them are making their way to Brinstar. Gonna be interesting to watch these runners as they go. See if they play any differently based on their opponents. Some runners do like to watch their opponents, others don't. There's no rule against it since this is a vanilla run, so there's no surprises. It's always interesting to see if a runner will take more safeties or less safeties based on what their opponent's doing.
All right, and here comes the first sequence break of the game. We got the first mock ball to get super missiles, and Set Cash got it pretty well. And there we are.
If both runners get that mock ball, get their first super missiles.
And chances are we will not be seeing Spospo. Bye, Spospo. Well, we don't know yet. Anything is possible, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, poor Spore Spawn. Boss we never see anymore.
Only getting love in the meme categories.
Yeah.
and map completion, which I guess is still considered a meme category? I don't know anymore.
Map completion's an interesting one. I did see the SGDQ run on that. Yeah, going back, kind of refocusing here. kashmod grabbed his next missile pack. Gonna go grab his charge beam.
All right, and getting charge. Now let's see if he can get the up in 2 or it'll be up in 3. And it's going to be up in 3. Still impressive though. That up in 2 requires some frame perfect, a pixel perfect jump.
Cash executes a mock ball there.
Ooh, missing the damage boost there, but it's okay. Getting the door open. All right. So far, so good for kashmod. The only thing he may want to watch out for is his missiles right now. Probably 5 is usually the best right now leaving. But 4 will do. Depends on what Kraid quick kill setup you decide to go for. And
Looks like he's taking out a couple extra enemies, trying to get a few more missiles.
yeah, got more supers. Charlezard, getting a little stuck there in that room, but they can get out. And let's see. All right, and kashmod making his way, making it over, and breaking sequence to get into Kraid. And I'm going to say, based upon the missile setup he has, he's going to go for... he is going to go for either a screw attack... Oh, no, pseudo screw. Going to probably use one of the supers. Yeah, because this mini Kraid will drop a lot of supers. Yeah, he should be good. Actually, he's going to be in perfect shape to do a 2 missile.
Yep, it's gonna be a little tight here, but see if he gets it. Charlezard's right behind, heading towards Kraid.
Stopping a little bit to pick up some of those drops, not a bad idea. Ooh, and missing that last super. And we're going to see Kraid do his stand-up glitch. Ooh, actually missed probably 2 there. One ward, there he goes. And Kraid is down and taking a break for the night. At least for this run.
Kashmod will grab his Furia, and Charlezard gets the quick kill.
All right. That'll give Charlezard a good catch-up. All right. Probably only about a 7-second difference right here. 1 item fanfare. Looking pretty close so far. All right, and Kashmod getting the damage boost out of there. Nicely done.
So Kashmod's going to go leave the Kraid area, see if he grabs his energy tank after this.
Almost getting the pixel perfect shot to open up that blue door on the ground. And Charlezard making it through party zone as well. Good job with guys. That room can sometimes give runners a little bit of trouble, especially if you miss one of the jumps. All right.
Charlezard having a little trouble in here.
But he manages to get the energy tank and probably making his way down to lower Norfair.
First trip down to lower Norfair, grab those high jump boots, grab that speed booster and wave beam, and then heading back up.
Oh yes. The good old Norfair pit stop before Fanny. So it'll probably be another 5-6 minutes before we get to another boss fight. This part of the run is this is probably the part where new route and old route diverge a lot, because new route avoids 2 trips to Norfairs, which saves a little bit of time.
Yep, but also, of course, new routes requires a few more advanced tricks.
Oh, absolutely.
Pixel perfect jumps.
And does have a higher degree of deathiness associated with it.
Yeah, because
when things go bad in new route, they go bad. All right, and both runners getting the high jump boots. It looks like Charlezard missed that enemy in this room. Can't remember what those guys are called, but that's required to open up the door here. It's a gray door and becomes flashy and says "Open me" when you kill everything in the room. All right, and Charlezard working his way deeper into lower Norfair. Not getting hit by any of those side hoppers there. Good.
Nice jump by Kashmod there.
Defeating the boss of Bubble Mountain. Probably one of the hardest bosses in the game.
Got Kashmod going to grab his speed booster. Charlezard having a little trouble here. Gets through that room, he'll be making his Bubble Mountain climb.
One and two, and he is up. Both beat the cack attack of Bubble Mountain. Good job, both the runners.
Kashmod gonna refill some of his ammo quick, and he's out.
All right,
nice damage boost.
Gets the good D boost.
All right, gonna go pick up wave beam now as Charles grabs his speed booster. Cash grabs a missile pack. I think that's last missile pack you're going to pick up in the run.
Usually there is one more that you could pick up because it's on the way. Some runners may opt to pick it up, some may not. And some may just be trying to get that spark off and quickly enough that they'll accidentally pick it up. And that's the moat missiles coming up. Ooh, kashmod. Not getting the wall jump, but quickly correcting to get onto that platform to save a couple seconds. All right.
A couple enemies to get a few more missiles. While Charles is grabbing his missile pack. Charles is doing something similar to what I saw in his last race. He's grabbing a few extra missile packs just for safety. He's not, he's still a bit newer, so it's probably just, if something helps him feel comfortable, obviously it's good to do. We got kashmod out of Upper North here at 1615. Charles coming up behind him. Cash will now be working his way over to back to the red tower, climb that, and head up to the wrecked ship. Actually, first he's got to pick up his power bombs. Very nice climb up red tower here for kashmod. Oh, enemy gets in his way of his wave beam. There he goes. Took him a couple tries, but he got through the red tower there.
Ooh, and Charlezard going for a version of the Alpha Spark to get across that room. Not a bad way to use that. Saves a little bit of time, and that room can be a little difficult to get across. And kashmod with the 1745-ish power bomb time. Pretty good. Ooh, and beefing a super there. Ooh. But the good news is there's a couple... The CAC attacks have a almost nearly 100% drop rate on super missiles, so... Looks like he's not going to have any problems there.
He's out of Brinstar. Charles gets through his climb.
Charlezard on the first try. Good job. Gonna farm up a little bit. Not too much of a bad idea, considering since we all know what's coming up ahead. The Ender of Runs and the Wrecker of Empires.
kashmod going for his spark.
Ooh, just missing the ocean fly, just barely. A little too early on the missile fire.
Doesn't cost him much time though, as he gets his spark there easily.
Nah, and especially if you're not going for Doppler strats or you're doing X factors, super missiles aren't as important for this fight. But you at least need 3 if you're going to do the Doppler strat, and at least 2 or 3 missiles. Depends on if you're going. Well, if you want to be fast, supers are the best option here. But he should be fine. All right, and kashmod starting up his fanny fight. Let's hope for some fast patterns here. It's be good to us, Fantoon. Ooh. Can he be good to us with a medium? Mid? No, he's not going to be very, very giving today.
Yeah, it gets a slow pattern to start.
And all right, one good connecting X Factor for kashmod. Looks like he's going to go for the X Factor, or actually going to go for the hybrid strat. With the Doppler at the end, and
Ooh,
nice two-round Fantoon.
Yeah, very nice Fantoon fight there.
And Charlezard starting his descent into Rex ship to go fight the ghost himself. All right. Gonna farm up the atomics that are in their nice little home. One of them just to get enough energy. Not a bad idea if you're not too comfortable with this fight.
Yeah, Fantoon can definitely wreck you if you're not careful.
Yeah. As I said, you know, Fantoon's one of those fights where one thing goes bad, it can go bad very, very quickly. So anytime you want to take some safety is definitely worth it, I feel. Considering this is a race and anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, one death on the other side, and all of a sudden, you could have that lead.
Absolutely, we've already seen it several times in this tournament. Charlezard going for some Doppler strats there.
Cash is on his way for his gravity suits. Charlezard continuing his fight.
We're getting that nice right and mid pattern. Probably one of the more common patterns that I've seen on the second round.
Yeah. Gotta be a little careful. His energy is getting a little low.
68, yeah. You can probably take 3 more hits. But yeah, you do not want to take more than you need to. Ooh. Yeah, and he's got it.
Oh, he's got it. Okay, good.
Yeah. Whenever you fire a super, it's sometimes nerve-wracking, especially when Fantoon goes off screen and you don't see him. So, don't want to see an enraged Fantoon.
Yeah. Okay, alright, Charlezard's through Fantoon, gonna grab some refills. Didn't get much energy there.
And kashmod picking up gravity at 2250, around 2255. That's a pretty good gravity time. All right. Ooh, a nice mock ball across the moat there from Cash. Really more of a harder trick. Save some time, and also looks super duper cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Kashmod heading back into Brinstar, gonna head to Meridia as Charlezard's climbing the ship for his gravity suit.
And as we mentioned before, Rex Ship is probably one of the first parts of the game that becomes very technical because there are several rooms that are very, very movement oriented. Rex Ship has a lot of tight jumps, and this attic to be done optimally requires has a couple interesting strats that you can do.
Yeah, I've seen runners go through this with Shine Spark. I've seen them just use power bombs and super missiles. There's a couple different ways to handle it.
Yeah.
Charlezard takes a little slower, but he gets through it. Farmed up a little energy while he was in there too.
Yeah, he needs to have enough energy to make it across bowling. Needs to be in his element, unlike Donnie from a certain movie that we're talking about. Big Lebowski reference there.
218 health. He should be fine as long as he doesn't take much damage here.
Yeah. Sometimes if you miss time one of the jumps, you can take if you take a little longer, you can take an extra hit that you would. Ooh, not good. Charlezard bonked the door, so he's not gonna have as much run speed coming in here. But should be fine. It should be the last jump. Yeah, he's good. 133.
Yeah.
Ammo
Yeah.
count's looking good. Yeah, he will be fine.
Yeah. Of course, he had various, so he could have taken actually another hit or two if he needed to. If you're taking if you're taking new route on this, then you definitely have to be very careful because each of those hits does 60 instead.
All right, and kashmod going for everybody's favorite lovable snake, Batoon. Ooh, only gets 2 of those connecting particles. And just to add insult to injury, when they don't connect, those each particle will add a lot of lag to the room. At least I think 2 hit. I heard 2 sounds of 2 connecting X factors.
So Kashmod's got to be a little careful. He's switching to charge shots to save that last super missile.
Yeah. And that corner of the room's relatively safe, as long as he doesn't bop into Batoon. Ooh, and finishing. Good job on kashmod, and he's making his way deeper into Meridia to go and fight the shrimp. Everybody's favorite jumbo shrimp.
Grabs his energy tank. This probably his last energy tank he grabs unless he needs the energy after Ridley.
Not opting for the farm there, not a bad idea. Has enough supers to make it through. May decide to farm some of these Metroids. Ooh, getting that, we can get it. And it looks,
little
but at least got the ledge grab there to get on. So it'll save some time. Not as much as the full half you would have, but still time save nonetheless. Just a little too low on that jump, unfortunately. And as I suspected, gonna farm up these Metroids. Or actually, not a bad idea. We've seen a lot of runners die to chain damage from Dragon.
Yeah, if he knows he's ahead, taking these safeties are definitely worth it.
Absolutely.
And also, just as I mentioned earlier, he's playing for 3-0 here today. If he wins this, there's a very good chance he's in the bracket. Not guaranteed yet, but that could also be on his mind too. Going
right.
Into this.
Anything you need to win at this point, it's a good strat. But it does affect the seeding for the other branch or the tourney. Ooh, a little low on that spark. Ideally, you want to be hitting Dragon right in his forehead, which I think, like right there, right where he hit, probably maybe a little bit higher. Yeah, Dragon probably needs one more spark. Probably gonna try to do a couple super missiles, and we got the swoops coming from Dragon. Gonna go for another one here. Needs to be a little careful with the chain damage. Oh, yeah, there we are.
Very nice kill of Dragon there.
Perfect. Ian gets the blue suit.
Yeah, that'll be nice coming out. We'll pick up a space jump as Charlezard's going to take on Batoon.
All right, Batoon, let's be good to Charlezard. Let's give him good patterns. Looks like he's had a good setup. Looks like one of them may not have connected. Oh, there we are. Ooh, perfect. Nice fight. Actually looked like all 4 did connect.
Yeah, very nice fight for him. He's out of super missiles, but he does have an opportunity to farm coming up here.
And bragging rights on a clean Batoon kill. kashmod, missing the jump into Kakatek Alley. Probably gonna opt to farm some of these supers here. Not a bad idea. Kakateks are pretty much advertising free, or for the most part, free super missiles.
Yeah. Grabs a few of those as he's making his way over to grab everyone's favorite beam, the plasma beam.
I thought it was Phaser.
Oh, you're right. Okay, I'll correct that. The most powerful beam.
In this room going up to plasma can be a little tricky too sometimes between those pancakes and goo hopping around. It can be kind of trolly a bit. Let's see.
Cash grabs his plasma beam. Charizard's heading to his Dragon fight.
All right, and let's hope Charlezard gets the lottery with Dragon, because no one wants to see a lot of swoops. Swoops are no fun. The goo stage is more fun.
Nobody likes swoops.
But everybody loves the goo from Dragon. Alright. Ooh, not getting that Shine Spark. That's okay. This can still work. The inputs there can be a little tight sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Looks like that Shine Spark connected.
Oh,
yep.
Good Shine Sparks, yeah.
He's getting a lot of swoops, it looks like.
Yeah, it needs to be maybe a little bit careful here. Don't want to deplete your health too much. But the good news right now is Dragon's that reddish orangish color on his belly, so he's pretty close to death right now. Ooh, I'd be a little careful here. Because chain damage from Dragon. Ooh.
Oh no!
Commenter's curse.
Oh man.
Oh no, Charlezard. No.
And unfortunately, he has decided to forfeit.
Oh no. That is unfortunate. Can we get a round of applause for Charlezard? That was just having a good run there. And Dragon just had to come and screw his day up with that chain damage. Oh.
Yeah.
That's sad to see.
That is very unfortunate.
That happened in an earlier run today, I think, with Poplars. And several other runners and various other times have gotten beaten by that too. One of the things I've learned about that fight is the longer it goes on, the more badly Dragon can go. And then when you're down to that 150 range, chain damage becomes really, really real. This doesn't take too quick for you to get drained out on too much. But nonetheless, Charlezard had a really, really good run. And everybody just give us some GGs.
Absolutely. Over in the race chats, he just mentioned he got greedy on that fight, and that's basically what happened. So, we'll watch as Kashmod finishes off his run. He does have to finish the run to officially win. So,
and Optic get the Nutella refill too.
Oh, Charlezard has joined us in chat if you want to ask him any questions.
I don't know, I just love that name Charlezard for some reason. I always think of the 80s show Charles in Charge for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh. Huh. Not the first reference I think most people would go with. I think most people would just think of Pokemon.
Oh, I do think of Pokemon, but I don't know. Charles in Charge also gets me too. I don't know why.
I guess that's fair enough.
All right, and Kashmod making his way into Lower Norfair. Got a couple of some difficult segments here that can be pretty trolly. Ooh, not getting the fast pillar spark, but opting back to go back to try to get it. This looks like it could be good. Yeah. Love that strat there. And now on to the aptly named worst room in the game. Because, ooh, it is the worst room in the game. Ooh, early powerbomb going to cause a little bit of lag.
Yeah,
This is fine.
Yeah, this room was intended to be done with the screw attack, but nope, runners don't pick up the screw attack in this run, so...
See, this is what happens when speedrunners break games. They make rooms harder than were intended by Deer Force.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, speedrunning is about breaking the games anyway, and
Exactly.
sometimes you just gotta break the game and have fun with it.
Absolutely. And having a pretty clean rising lava room. Making his way down. And killing a couple of those key hunters to reduce the lag. Actually, probably didn't kill one of them. If you kill two of them, it does, I think it eliminates most of the lag in the room. And that'll save you a good second or two in lag between both power bombs.
He's got a power bomb here, doesn't have to grab the extra power bombs. No shame for him today.
No power bombs of triumph. Into the ninja pirate rooms. Ooh, kind of misfiring. Ooh, he's gonna recover this. And probably one more hit. Oh no, one more hit. There we
go. Ridley's coming up. In good shape. See if he decides to farm it all beforehand.
Looks like he was trying to go for the plower house there. Jumping a little too late, looks like. All right, everybody, turn up your speakers and prepare for some of the best screeches in video game history. Oh wait, this isn't Fusion. Or Zero Mission. Oh, these are tolerable. Whew. All right.
Yeah.
Looks like he's getting Ridley into a good pogoing pattern. Some runners prefer pogos. Some prefer the more of an aerial combat with Ridley. Either way.
It's out of pattern a little bit there.
Yeah, it doesn't get him there. But should be coming close to death here. Yeah, there we are.
There. All right.
Very clean Ridley fight. Probably will not at this point opt to take the. Actually, will go and take the energy tank.
Yeah, this might be him just knowing that Charles has forfeited, and he just wants to be safe to make sure he finishes his race up.
Ooh, missing that down grab to that door.
Yeah, I think as you were mentioning earlier, actually, while he does want to finish this race, he also wants to make sure he has a good time because time does matter for seeding in the next rounds.
Ooh, looks like kashmod got the reverse plower house. Nice little strat. And landing right on the doorway too.
It's the mock ball there with the speed boost. Blue ball.
Speed ball. Blue ball. Yeah. The blue ball of speed. Ooh. Yeah, this room right here is another reason why the runs can go pretty bad. Those key hunters can sometimes be in really, really weird positions depending upon how quickly you get through the room. And between both old and new route, those key hunters can take a lot of health away from you.
The good thing with the old route, at least, is that since you have plasma beam, you can use your plasma beam to kind of damage boost through them. So I mean, you damage them and then you can go straight through them. They won't damage you while they're taking damage.
Yeah, and also too, you also have Varia, which reduces the damage by 50%. In New Route, you usually do not pick up Varia till after Ridley, because it's slightly faster.
Yeah, it definitely is faster to pick up Varia after Ridley and New Route. But I've seen a lot of runners doing the New Route in this one, but still doing Kraid first just to grab Varia for this extra safety.
Yeah, I've seen that route divergence. Not a bad idea. New Route is still faster in that regards. The only thing I think that saves you time is having Speed Booster shaves off a few seconds when done optimally. Objects are closer than they appear. It's my little disclaimer on that.
So Kashmod is coming out of Norfair. Got to climb back up to Criteria and go into Turian. Have to watch his. Actually, his ammo's in good shape. He probably needs to pick up a few more missiles, ideally, but he can also do that in Turian.
Yeah, missile drops. Not so worried about those. Metroids are pretty common or pretty lenient with their missile drops. The supers are more what I'd be concerned about. Going through, I think he's going to use 2 more supers. One for Green Gate, exiting Meridia, and then another one for the door. So he's actually in pretty decent shape. May opt to just speed right through Metroid Run 1 and 2 and reassess the situation afterwards. And health is pretty good too. So this is actually a pretty decent position going into Torian. Actually, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely in good shape. But yeah, he's in the Brinstar and out of Brinstar under Criteria.
All right. For the longest time, I called it Criteria, and it's like, no, it's Criteria.
Yeah, it's some of those things. Just as a kid, you always pronounce one way, then you grow up and you hear others pronounce it another way. And
Exactly. It's like, man.
yeah, I've had that happen in so many different games. It's like you go your whole life pronouncing it one way, and then somebody says, "No, it's this way," and
You're like, my life has been a lie up till this point.
yeah, pretty much.
All right. And Kashmod zooming his way down. Ooh. Gets blocked by that freezed Weaver there. Or Waver. Not to be confused with Weezer, the band from the 90s. Or in early 2000s.
Yeah.
All right. And looks like we got a 4310 G4 time. So... All right, everybody, it's the 7th inning stretch. I need everybody to get up. And now I'm not going to sing a song like the Take Me Out to the Ball game for Take Me Out to the Metroid. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me a Spazer and Plasma Beam. And some other stuff after that. All right, everybody, sit down and let's get serious here. Because the statues are going down, so you know it's serious.
Cash actually used his break here to jump in chat and talk with Charles for a minute.
Oh my gosh, what have I started in chat? All right.
So here we go to the Metroid rooms.
Looks like he's gonna do a grouping strat here. Not a bad idea. Safe. As he said, not too worried about being speedy here. Just wants to finish the run. Ooh, a little too fast on the drop there. Ooh, needs to be a little careful. All right. Ooh,
yeah, like
he's good.
Some regular missiles there to be safe.
All right, let's see what he opts to do here. When this room is done fast, it looks so good. Oh, this room.
Yeah.
I love that Metroid room.
Last last Metroid room. Ideally, he needs to get at least one more super here.
And looks like he's fair. He's fine.
Yeah.
And gets the D boost off the that massive side hopper.
All right, now time to see if he gets the baby skip.
Not damaging down, so it looks like they will go for it.
All right, making good progress.
Got that initial jump. That's big. Now the lineup needs. Ooh. There we are.
Got it. Nice.
Getting a little sketch there, but manages to outsmart the baby Metroid with very, very cunning jumps.
So we're in the home stretch here. Time for the mother brain fight. And he's going to take the save for safety.
Yeah. We never know what there could be a triple ketchup in. Triple ketchup is just not fun. I don't care if anybody says ketchup does not belong on sandwiches or hot dogs. All right, and Zeb skip first try. Good, good. All right, breaking the glass. Getting Mother Brain. Who almost got sniped with that one missile. But
yeah, I think one of the supers got blocked, but he had enough ammo to get through it.
Ooh. See, that's why you want to save sometimes.
Yeah, no shame in saving.
Not at all.
And now time to blast Mother Brain with some charged plasma shots. Not sure if he's releasing his beam a little earlier, or if I'm just not seeing the flashes.
I don't know. Sometimes depends on how they're capturing. I've noticed it a couple times on several runners that are doing like RGB capture. It may not be registering.
Yeah, I could.
But yeah.
I see the head moving when he's hitting it, so yeah, they are registering.
Yeah, I've noticed it with a couple of runners where you will see beams not like firing, but it's there. And it has something to do with how the capture is working and the interlacing. The best I can guess.
I think I saw that issue actually in an earlier race where the Metroid's shells were kind of missing. It was just with how the capture was happening.
Yeah, it's like they're only, I think, to create like that transparency effect, it's only drawing them every other frame, and if you happen to catch it when it's doing it on one particular, it'll do it.
But as we're talking through that, Kashmod's already through the first two phases.
All right. And Baby comes to save the day, because nobody puts Baby in the corner. And right now, we are at the very beginning scene of Metroid Other M.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I'm banned now.
Do people not talk about Metroid Other M?
Alright, and so I'll be prepared to start crying, because this is sad.
Yeah, this scene always got me as a kid.
I just wonder why it blows up.
I guess it's a fair question.
Everything blows up in this game. I don't know. Dear Force, you must explain the physics of blowing up enemies.
Now, Kashmod's unleashing his rage on Mother Brain.
for killing my baby. Looks like Mother Brain sticking around, wanting to do a little bit of a dance before dying.
He's through Mother Brain. Now for the escape. Looking at 51.5, 52.
Right, now the escape.
Escape is probably one of the easier parts of the run. This is almost like your cooldown period.
Yeah, but sometimes when you're on PB pace, there's a lot of pressure here because there's many times many runners have fallen down, especially this room right here.
Yeah, that is a fair point. If you're on PB pace and you're here and you want to get that PB, this has got to be really stressful.
Objectively, it's one of the easier rooms, but but the stress of this room is can sometimes add up. This last part here in the escape is probably a little more difficult too sometimes, just because of the steam and the shaking camera can sometimes make the wall jumps a little hard to time. And looks like the animals will not be saved. Actually, yeah, they're just gonna get neglected. They'll take care of themselves. We'll see them in Fusion.
Yeah.
All right, and looks like
kashmod is officially finished with an SRL time of 51 minutes and 32 seconds.
All right. Well, GG's to kashmod for finishing, and also give GG's to Charlezard. Unfortunately, getting the chain damage at Dragon, but things happen. This is Super Metroid, and yeah, not going to be the first time, and not going to be the last. Hopefully, as much as I don't want Dragon to claim any more victims, I know it is going to happen. And I'm probably going to curse myself too. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So kashmod will move to 3-0 in his group. Puts him in pretty good position for the brackets, though not guaranteed yet. Meanwhile, Charlezard falls to 0-2 in his group. Still has 2 more races to go, though. Still has plenty of opportunities to potentially pull off a PB, maybe get under an hour in the tournament. We'll see if we can get them both in here for interviews.
Yeah, let's see if we can get them in.
We're getting Charlezard in.
All right.
And kashmod's coming in too.
All right, excellent.
Right.
Hey.
There we have Charlezard joining us now. GG.
What's going on?
GG,
Yeah,
Charlezard.
Thank you all for commentating that. I'm gonna have to look over that. I definitely thought I would be safe. I didn't expect to suddenly explode. My bad, kashmod, for just suddenly dying in that race. I definitely thought I'd finish it.
All good. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you had a pretty good crate fight there. You got the good quick kill and all that, and yeah, took care of Vantoon. And so, what were you feeling during the whole fight, during the whole race?
Yeah. So honestly, for me, my most nervous part was definitely Vantoon, because that's been a hard part in my just solo runs lately. Just straight up not dying to Vantoon and doing him well. But so after I beat Fantoon, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to like take my time and just get health, and from here it should be like pretty good. I've been practicing Dragon and Batoon, and y'all might have seen my Batoon. My Batoon was very good.
Yeah, that was a really good. Not quite the one round, but you got him the next round.
Yeah.
All four I think all X Factor particles did connect. I couldn't hear the audio, but it looked like it did.
Yeah. I think all 4 of them hit. Yeah. And then after Batoon, I was like, okay, well, this is gonna be easy. I'm just gonna quick charge this shrimp, and then I just I just exploded.
Oh man, we were all devastated when that happened because we were having such a good run. And
yeah.
Not like this. So. But,
yeah, and I know I could have continued, but I don't know. It would be plus roughly an hour, and I'm not gonna. I mean, that's okay. I'm not gonna make it out of my bracket anyway, so I'll just cut it short. That's okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
So, Kashmod, I know you were watching the race. Did that change your strategy at all once you saw him forfeit?
A little bit. I guess that die, I was like, okay, I've got to finish. Whatever I do, I'm gonna make sure I finish. So I definitely took some safety farms. I grabbed the energy refill before I went down to Lower Norfair. I was still, trying to get some of the new strats I've been working on. Just trying to get those into the run.
Oh, what have you been working on?
Safety. Well, I almost got the full halfy for the first time in a run.
Yeah,
that was pretty disappointed.
You got the good part, you get the good version of the halfy though, where you could do the down grab. That
was pretty nice. Something like reverse powerhouse. So it was some good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was all very, very impressive. Those are all pretty awesome when you get them.
Mainly just my boss fights that I was pretty disappointed with. Fantoon was great, but everything else was not fantastic.
Yeah, you got a lot of swoops on Dragon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. There was some people who got 15. I lost count of how many you got, but it was like, come on, really?
6 or 7, yeah.
Just give me a goo already.
Definitely fun race, though. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was good.
So, Cash, you advanced to 3-0 in your group. I think you have one match left, though. That's against Ivan. How are you feeling going into that last one?
I'm going to go all out. I think I'm going to take no safety and just get the best time I can possibly get, because I know Ivan's going to beat me. Go hard and see what I can do.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's definitely the spirit when you're going in there. So, not a bad idea.
Yeah, with 3 wins so far, it's I'm in a pretty good place. So if I can beat Ivan, that would be really cool.
Yeah, you never know what could happen in a single race. So definitely go all out for it. Charlezard, you're at 0-2. As you said, you might not make it out of your group, but I mean, I know in your last race, your hope was to maybe potentially get sub-hour in one of these tournament races. How are you feeling about that?
I think honestly, I would say based on my pace just now, I felt like I would definitely get sub 1 hour. I'm pretty sure with that pace. As long as I don't ridiculously die, I think I'm pretty confident getting sub 1 hour. Y'all might have seen my PB is now 59 minutes. So, yeah, I mean, it's only up from here.
Oh, so you have gone under an hour already.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, yeah. My PB
Oh,
now
nice.
is, exactly 59 minutes.
Well, from some of the stuff that we saw on the race, from previous one and this, I definitely think you're going to be getting that time a lot lower. Very, very soon.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I think we could start wrapping up. Any final thoughts from either of you?
Commentary, it was a good race.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for commentating again. I have to give it also a little small shout out to my friend Emmett, who also runs this game and has been helping me learn some stuff and been pushing me a bit. So it's been pretty fun. we've kind of gone back and forth learning new things.
All right. Well, thanks to both of you for giving us a good race here today, and good luck in the remainder of your races.
All right, GG. Thanks, y'all.
All right, GG, everybody.
All right. And I think with that, we can start wrapping up. I think this was our last race for the night. We have more action coming for you tomorrow.
Let's see what we got coming on tomorrow. We have this is the last race of the night. We have JD versus Kashumo starting off fresh at 1 p.m. tomorrow, followed by Steph Cat and Left Turn, and then Maniacal and I do not know how to say that name. I'm probably gonna butcher it. Mazga. I'm gonna be corrected by chat, and plus many others tomorrow too. So not too many primetime races. So
yeah, we have a late night race tomorrow too. Actually, at
okay,
we have a
For
1
anyone
a.m.
still watching,
Ooh, speed gaming after
I'm gonna get out of
hours
here, but thanks for
for
watching.
your Super Metroid
Sorry, I
needs.
exploded the Dragon, but I don't know. I'm a noob. I tried.
I think one of our races is actually coming through.
All right.
Yeah, I probably won't be streaming anymore this week. I'm going to Evo actually on Wednesday to compete in Smash Brothers Melee.
All right.
But
With that, I
after
think
that, I'm
we're
sure I'll
gonna be
come
off.
back with some more runs in the future. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'm just gonna go now. Y'all have a good one.
Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, with that, we're going to
Cut it.
we're
right.
gonna cut for the night.
All right, bye everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And tune
Everybody
in
have a
next
good
time.
night. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Have a good night, everybody.